Most couples would rather have sex on camera than discuss money honestly. They'll merge their entire lives, sign legal documents, have children, and buy houses together without ever having one honest conversation about money. This avoidance isn't politeness. It's cowardice, and it costs people years, children's stability, houses, retirement savings, and their sanity. The conversation feels awkward for 20 minutes or destroys your marriage for 20 years. Choose. I'm about to give you the exact money conversation that prevents divorce, the specific questions you must ask before legal commitment, the red flags and their answers that predict financial disaster, and how to have this talk without it becoming a fight. If you're already married and never had this talk, you need it even more. Better late than in divorce court. Let's begin with why couples avoid the money talk. Money is more taboo than sex in our culture. People will discuss their kinks before discussing their credit score. Why? Because money reveals values, childhood wounds, self-control, and life priorities in ways that feel deeply vulnerable. You're afraid they'll judge you for debt, for not saving enough, for your spending habits, for not making enough money. So, you avoid the conversation and hope it works out. It won't. Or you think talking about money isn't romantic. You think love should conquer financial differences. It doesn't. Money is the number one thing couples fight about and a leading cause of divorce. Love doesn't pay bills or agree on budgets. Here's the brutal truth. Every single financial fight in your future marriage already exists right now in how you both think about money. The conversation just reveals what's already there. Let's talk about the specific questions you must ask. Question 1. What's your relationship with money? Not do you like money? Everyone likes money. What did money mean in your childhood? Was it scarce or abundant? Did your parents fight about it? Were you shamed for wanting things? Did money equal love or power in your family? Their answer reveals their money psychology. Someone who grew up in financial chaos might need extreme control over finances now. Someone who grew up with scarcity might overspend to compensate. Someone whose parents used money as control might resist financial transparency. You're not just marrying their current bank balance, you're marrying their financial childhood and how it shaped them. Question 2. What's your current financial situation? Be specific. What's your income? What debt do you have and why? Student loans, credit cards, medical debt. What's your credit score? What assets do you own? If they're uncomfortable sharing this, that's a red flag. You're considering legal and financial partnership. There should be zero financial secrets. If they won't tell you their credit score, don't marry them. Question 3. What are your money habits? Do you budget, track spending, save automatically? How much do you typically spend on non-essentials? What do you consider essential versus luxury? Watch for the gap between what they say and what they do. Someone might say they're good with money while having maxed credit cards. Believe actions over words. Question 4. What are your financial goals? When do you want to retire? Do you want to own a home, build wealth, travel extensively, support family members financially? What does financial success look like to you in 10, 20, 30 years? Misaligned financial goals destroy marriages. If you want to retire early and they want to spend everything they earn, you're incompatible. If you want to buy property and they want to travel indefinitely, you need to negotiate that before marriage. Question 5. How do you handle financial stress? When money is tight, what do you do? Cut spending immediately, panic, ignore it, work more, borrow. This reveals their financial coping mechanisms. If you handle stress by creating a plan, and they handle it by shopping to feel better, you'll destroy each other during hard times. Question 6. What role should money play in our relationship? Should finances be completely combined, completely separate, or hybrid? Who manages day-to-day finances? How do we make big financial decisions? What spending amount requires discussion with your partner? There's no right answer, but you must agree on the answer. The couples who succeed have explicit agreements. The couples who divorce have assumptions. Let's talk about red flags and their answers during this conversation. Red flag 1, they won't answer honestly or at all. Financial secrecy in dating becomes financial abuse in marriage. If they're hiding their financial situation now, imagine when you're legally entangled. Red flag 2, massive debt they're not actively addressing. Everyone has different comfort levels with debt, but someone with crushing debt and no plan to handle it will drown you too. Red flag 3, they think your income is their income before marriage. If they're already planning how to spend your money or expecting you to fund their lifestyle, run. Red flag 4, complete financial incompetence or avoidance. They don't know their credit score, don't track spending, have no idea where money goes. You'll become their financial parent. Red flag 5, different core values about money that neither of you will compromise on. If saving is non-negotiable for you and spending is non-negotiable for them, you're fundamentally incompatible. Red flag 6, they get defensive or angry about financial questions. Mature adults can discuss finances without emotional meltdowns. If questions trigger rage, imagine discussing actual financial problems. Now, how do you actually have this conversation? Pick a calm, neutral time, not during a fight, not when either of you is stressed or drunk. Schedule it like the important conversation it is. Frame it as teamwork, not interrogation. I want us to build a great financial future together. So, I think we should discuss how we both think about money. Not I need to know if you're secretly broke. Share your financial situation first, model vulnerability and honesty. Show your credit report, discuss your debt, explain your money wounds, make it safe for them to do the same. Listen without judgment to their money story. You can decide if you're compatible afterward, but during the conversation, just understand where they're coming from. Discuss values before details. Before you argue about specific spending, understand if you value security or experience, saving or living in the moment, financial independence or shared everything. Identify deal breakers explicitly. I need someone who will work toward being debt-free, or I need someone who's okay with reasonable, calculated risk, or I need complete financial transparency. When should you have this conversation? Not on date 3, but definitely before engagement. Somewhere between this is serious and we're legally committed. I'd say around the 6-month mark when you're considering long-term potential, early enough to not waste years. Late enough that you know you're serious. If you're already engaged or married and never had this talk, have it now. Today, this week. Financial conversations don't expire. They're just more complicated the more entangled you are. What if you discover incompatibility after having this conversation? Here's the hard truth. Some financial incompatibilities are deal breakers. If you need security and they need freedom, if you're a saver and they are a spender, if you want to build wealth and they want to live paycheck to paycheck, these might not be bridgeable. You can compromise on some things. You can learn each other's money language, but you can't fundamentally change how someone relates to money without years of therapy. And that's if they want to change. Better to discover this before marriage than after children and a mortgage. Breaking up over money, incompatibility feels painful. Divorcing over it with kids and assets to split is devastation. 20 minutes of uncomfortable money conversation, or 20 years of financial resentment, and eventual divorce. It's not a hard choice unless you're a coward. Ask the 6 questions, watch for red flags, have the conversation early, be honest about your situation, listen to theirs, identify if you're compatible or if you're heading toward financial disaster. You wouldn't sign a business partnership without discussing finances. Marriage is a legal partnership with higher stakes. Treat it accordingly. Subscribe for more brutal relationship advice that prioritizes your actual well-being over comfortable fantasy. Tell me in the comments what money conversation you wish you'd had before marriage. And if you're dating someone seriously right now, send them this video. Have the conversation this week. Your future self will thank you.